What's going on, all you Minties? This is the Uncanny Omar.
Adjectiveless Alicia.
And Miss Lydia.
And the three of us are going to give you a review of the Mighty Marvel Masterworks Thor Volume 1. So, what do we say?
Please stay tuned.
Please.
Welcome back, all you Minties.
And thank you to David Gabriel and Marvel for sending us these two Mighty Marvel Masterworks.
And don't forget to hit that.
Liking, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications.
You got this down, kids. I don't even know why you need me. Maybe to guide a little bit, maybe to guidance. So today we are going to be reviewing the very first Mighty Thor, Mighty Marvel Masterworks. If you get the limited edition one, this one here, this is regarded as Volume 4 of the Mighty Marvel Masterworks line, or Volume 1 if you get the standard edition. Regardless, it collects the very first appearance of Thor in the comics. So what does this particular volume collect, Lydia?
It basically collects issues 83 through 100.
Okay. So how many
Journey into Mystery.
Journey into Mystery, that's right. Then the title was eventually changed into Thor. So, Alicia, how many issues is that?
So 17?
17. Bet you didn't know you were going to get asked that question, did you? Yes, you're correct, 17. But keep in mind, these were shorter stories. They started out with just a few pages and then eventually evolved more and more with the popularity of Thor. Mm-hmm. So this is the Mighty Thor created by Jack the King Kirby and Stan Lee, Larry Liebert. And this all started in the Silver Age. So more Silver Age for the girls, and that's what this Mighty Marvel Masterworks line is. It's geared towards collectors like myself that have a chance to reread these stories, and each one of these, of course, retailing for $15.99, or the younger generation, because that's what this is about, right? Passing the torch down to the next generation. So, more Silver Age. We've done Spider-Man, X-Men, what else have we done?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, and now Thor.
Did we do Avengers? I thought we did Avengers.
Oh yeah, Avengers, after X-Men, and then
Fantastic Four. Alright, so, and the next will be Hulk. So let's talk about Thor. What did you all think of Thor, the character of Thor, Donald Blake? Like, how did you all think the story... Did it feel unique in a way to everything you've been reading up until now?
Yes, it kind of did, because, it's like in, the Avengers, Thor was, a character in the Avengers, but now, we've seen that he's had his own, comic books.
That's right. Okay, so he's rolling solo.
And we see how, if you're reading this, you see, in some of the later issues, it shows how Thor met the Lava Men. Because in the Avengers collection, there's one issue where they're, fighting the Lava Men again, and Thor mentions, already meeting them.
And who's the other big character that kind of is the reason why the Avengers got together, that originated from the pages of Journey into Mystery, Alicia?
Radioactive Man?
Radioactive Man brought the characters together. Yeah. No, he did not. Who is the god of mischief? There.
Loki.
So Loki appears in the pages of Journey into Mystery immediately after the first appearance of Thor. Yeah. Now, can you give me a quick premise as to how Thor became Thor? How all this... Because keep in mind, the movies and comic books recently, in the modern age, have changed his origin.
Yeah,
to simplify it. It is confusing at first. So going into this, what is the origin of Thor?
Basically, the stone men from Saturn come down to Earth oh, we're gonna take over everyone. And so Thor, or at least Dr. Don Blank right now is
Doctor who?
Dr. Don Blank.
Donald Blake. Yep. That's right. And the guy that has not been in movies. So who is Donald Blake?
Basically, he's a doctor, previously, he's a doctor, you know. Mm-hmm. He has a pretty nurse. He has, he just treats people.
Okay.
And so, he comes across the Saturn Men, and obviously he's trying to escape them because, he doesn't want to get killed or anything. Mm-hmm. So then, it's shown that he has, a kind of limp leg. Mm-hmm. And, he picks up this... what seems to be a cane, or at least a giant stick to walk around on, and then he bangs it against the stone trying to free himself, but it ends up that stick was actually his hammer.
Okay.
Which, and of course, it shows how, whoever is worthy of this hammer will hold it like that.
Will gain the power of Thor.
Thor.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so that's how it becomes basically the god of thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, whenever he stabs it into the ground, he'll change it into Thor, but if he leaves it alone for more than a minute, he won't. Like, he'll go back to Dr. John Blake.
Okay.
60 seconds.
60. That's how long a minute is, even in the Marvel comics. So it's different than the origin in the movies. It's, like I said, different than the modern comics. So we do have the character of Donald Blake. It's kind of like Clark Kent Superman, right? He walks the day as this doctor with a limp. And who is some of his supporting cast? Like who is one of the main supporting cast members that you meet through these pages?
His nurse.
Jane
Foster. Foster, that's right, Jane Foster, who will play a bigger role and actually plays a big role as one of the characters in this series that deals with Donald Blake and Thor eventually. And then we are introduced to some baddies in here, like Loki.
Radioactive Man.
You really like Is that because you love The Simpsons? So you just love saying Radioactive Man?
No.
No? Okay. Radioactive Man. Who else? The Stone Man.
The Lava Man.
The Lava Man. Okay.
Like, there's many little villains that appear, like, for an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, what's very interesting to me is that there's this character named the Fantastic Mr. Hyde that appears, and he actually gets his own two-parter, which is, I'm pretty sure, the first two-parter we've read.
That's right, because you guys have been reading the beginning of the Silver Age, so you haven't seen the story continue into the next issue yet.
I mean, like, sure, like, sometimes they call back, like, Lava Men, but there wasn't any, like...
To be continued.
Yeah, like, to be continued.
Yeah, good catch,
so,
good catch. Now,
that's the first one that was
during
read.
these issues, have they named the hammer anything yet?
No, I don't think so. It's just constantly, like, Thor's hammer.
Thor's
like
hammer,
that.
okay. But the hammer does have a name. Do you know what the name is?
Dr. Man.
Dr. Man, good guess. What about you? Take a guess as to what that hammer's called.
I don't... It's probably something really fancy, like Latin, like, I don't know.
Take a guess, wild guess.
I don't...
Just guess.
Avengers Assemble Hammers Thor.
Okay, good guess. Now we're going to take a look at the artwork. All right, so what we're looking at here are the two covers. We have here on the left,
The Direct Market.
the direct market, and on the right, Lydia?
We had the standard edition cover.
That's right. So this is the classic cover by Jack Kirby, and the modern cover by Michael Cho. And that's not the only difference. What else is the difference, girls?
The spines.
The spines are
And
different.
the back.
Yeah, in the back. And the back here
Yeah.
of the standard edition and the direct market. The direct market will tell you what volume this is, and this is volume 5 of a special limited printing.
Mm-hmm, has a fancy gold.
Fancy gold, and this is volume 1 right here. So these are limited if you want to get the direct market. Now, since they're both identical on the inside, let's just look at this one. So here we have Thor, looking a little flashier than usual, right? He's got a little more color than what we're used to. They probably got tired of coloring that belt there. And as you can see, this is early Jack Kirby artwork, which is actually pretty solid. How did you all... Were you all able to follow the story pretty straight through?
He looks short here.
That's the angle, and he's holding a gigantic boulder.
So, yeah, like, it's easy to follow. Like, it's just, like, blocks, like, of, you know, the art and stuff. It's not hard to follow at all.
Okay.
At least for me.
So here is a really cool panel with mirrors. Right here, I just wanted to showcase that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the cover. I think this is what they were going to use for the direct market.
Yeah, like, I had to say, like, that's pretty impressive since, like, you can, like, the covers are pretty impressive since, like, you can see how most of them, like, of the little, like, the colors shown are very neon, like, really, really bright, poppy colors.
Yeah.
But on, like, some of the covers, like, it's actual shadedness, like...
That's right.
Like,
they do add a certain tone to the colors on the covers.
Also on the other like cover that you just showed, not the one that you just showed. I think it was like the first one. It said the most colorful hero of them all.
He's probably right. Now you do get some Joe Sinat artwork in here, who was also inking some of the Kirby stuff. There's your favorite character. This guy right
really
here.
Ugly.
Radioactive Man. And Look at that
Loki.
handsome Loki there.
Why is he? Is that his hair?
That's his ponytail.
That's, I don't know, it's part of his helmet, I think. Maybe it's his hair slicked back. But this is the type of artwork to expect from here, from this era. Lots of story, too. Like, there's a lot of Thor stories in here. Because you're dealing with 8 pages, 6 pages, 10 pages. And when the popularity of the
Actually,
character...
most of them are 17.
17 pages? It became 17 pages later
Yeah,
on?
like-
Yeah.
And Odin stories.
Yeah, Odin's stories are usually just like 4.
This one here is done by Don Heck, the story with Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, see, like, it's a 2-parter.
Now, the extras, I think they do put extras in the back, and I love that they even put these in the Mighty Marvel Masterworks. So you have original artwork here. Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott there. And this is Dick Ayers inking Jack Kirby's piece of art. And
Future.
Avengers! Watch the great symbol in comics. And what else is this?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
That's right. Now, let's give our final thoughts. And now that we've looked at the artwork, we're going to give our final thoughts.
Well, Poppy, actually you said earlier that this would be Volume 4 of the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, but it's actually Volume 5 since we forgot that Avengers existed.
Okay.
And in this, I counted 18 issues, but I don't know how 18 plus 83 equals 100.
Though that's math. Man, you corrected me. Well, I guess I'll see my way out. Maybe after this. See, you don't even need me. You can do the math, and you can do the actualies. Okay, I can't believe I got actually by my daughters. Okay.
I do that all the time.
You do that all the time. That's what happens when you all are smarter than I am.
Mommy does too.
Okay, we don't have to tell everybody that. That's embarrassing. No, I'm right 30% of the time. So, final thoughts. Lydia, what was your favorite story in this? What's your favorite story in this?
I'm not sure. I guess, like, whenever Loki showed up, it was interesting to me, like, just seeing him, like, running around.
Now, is this Loki a handsome Loki, a whimsical Loki like he is in the movies, or?
No, he's kind of ugly, and
Yeah, he kinda looks
you don't see
weird,
his
isn't he?
hair. He's just like neon green and
And he has
neon
this,
yellow.
like his, you don't hear his hair.
He's not a good-looking guy like the guy that plays him in the movies, like Tom Hiddleston. Okay, what about you, Alicia? Who's your favorite villain?
I like Loki and Radioactive Man.
Yeah, I've kind of figured that's what you like. Now, did you have any issues with the dialogue, following the story, the artwork? What did you all think of the dialogue and the artwork?
Like, dialogue-wise and artwork-wise, like, obviously, I think the best artwork was in the later issues of Avengers. I don't know why, but, like, just,
You really like those, huh?
you know, like, I don't know, I feel like he advanced, more in, like, facial expressions and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But, you know, the artwork is still pretty good, and dialogue, I didn't really have any problem with it. The only thing I was annoyed by was this, Thor's constant, like, oh, Jane, I want to be with you, but I can't tell. That was kind of annoying.
Yeah, that gets kind of... What about you, Alicia? What did you think of the story?
I think it was pretty cool. Like, I think it was, like, the cool, like that.
You think it's the cool? That should be on the next blurb for the Mighty Marvel Masterworks Thor Volume 2.
Also,
I think it's the cool. All right.
Also, one time in this, I forgot what issue it was. I think it was like, I forgot, but it was like, I think it was like, oh yeah, it was like, the first issue with Dr. Hyde, and it was like Jane and like
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Don Blake was falling, and then like Jane's like, oh no, and then the yellow box above it said, and because she is a girl, and then she just faints.
Here's the thing with me, and this is my just really quick review, is when I was younger, I never got into Thor. Thor I didn't get into until Walter Simonson's run, Tom DeFalco's run, and by then the character had changed. I mean, there had been retcon with the whole convoluted story of Donald Blake, Thor, Odin's son, who's real, what's going on. So reading these issues, I remember reading them. I was probably your age when I first read like some Silver Age Thor, just not these, but later on. when he got his own magazine. It felt like Shakespearean Marvel comics.
It didn't feel like that at all.
You didn't feel like, oh gosh,
Like,
okay, they're
What's
definitely.
Shakespeare?
What's Shakespeare? Okay, good. You're gonna be ready for English in the 6th grade because you're asking what Shakespeare and you were able to read this. Famous author. I think he wrote a couple of novels made into movies like
He did
Armageddon
lots of plays.
and Mission Impossible 3.
Hmm.
Yes, plays. But I never looked forward to reading Thor. I actually kind of got annoyed with the character when I was reading these stories. It wasn't until I got older that I was like, okay, he started growing on me, and the way he talks started growing on me. But going back to the Silver Age always probably reminds me of that time of just being like, ugh, I don't look forward to reading these. So I'm really
why
happy.
Did you read them?
Because I had to read everything. How can I appreciate the good stories without reading the bad ones? Anyway, so I'm glad that both of you really enjoyed, for the most part, all the Silver Age stuff. So out of 10, what would you ladies give The Mighty Thor, Volume 1, issues 83 to 100? First 18 issues of Journey into Mystery, or with featuring Thor. What would you give this out of 10?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? Alicia?
8.5 out of 10.
Wow. Those are some high grades. Wow, that's really awesome. I can't wait for both of you to break my heart to see when we get later on into the Claremont X-Men. You're like, yeah, this isn't as good as Stan Lee or Jack Kirby's. So for me, I'm going to stick with my rating that, going back and rereading these, a 7 out of 10. And I think it's pretty high. For a Silver Age book that I didn't enjoy, but I got to enjoy later on in life, and reading them again and then reading them with you all has been a blast. So maybe that's what bumped up my score a little bit. And that's it. That's our ratings here. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this series. If you're getting the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, we think they're great for kids and adults. If you have good eyesight, by the way. If you need bifocals, maybe get the regular Masterworks or the Epics. What?
To end the episode out, I just want to say, stay minty.
Okay. Wow, she was cutting me off. That's right. Thank you, everybody. Hit like, subscribe. Thank
Stay
you.
minty.
Stay minty.
Bye.
Fine, we're out. This is the Uncanny Omar.
Adjective was Alicia.
Yeah, did you forget your name?
I didn't know. that
School,
you-
man.
Okay.
School. Okay, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1. Or the Mighty Thor, Marvel Mighty. Nope, messed that one up. That's on me. Sorry
Marvel
about that.
Mighty.
I know, Mighty Marvel. Sorry, my bad. All
Marvel
right.
Mighty. Like and subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications.
Yeah, that thing. Notification.